And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Sunday's NBA, NHL, and MLB action. Once again, got to remind you to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage. We are 100% in our last 7 NBA plays on that website. We're having a great run. Our best friends tier is doing well. And our, what's our other tier? We have best friends, and man, I can't even remember the other one. Best friends, and the other one, best friends has Winnie the Pooh as the logo, and there's another one. Personal touch with that symbol. Yes, personal touch and best friends package doing very, very well. Along with the executive board member. We're killing it in the board member. 3-0 in our last 3, 5-2 in our last 7. So a lot of good stuff there on Patreon. Link is in the description section below. And I actually got a text message from a hometown buddy that I grew up with a long time ago. And he was sending me text messages like, dude, my guys are checking you out on YouTube. They're hot right now. And they're giving you all the credit. So anyway, that's enough shameless self-promotion out of me. Let's go ahead and feed you now. It's all about you. Let's give you the free content. So let's dive into our next game. All starts Eastern Standard Time. Let's begin with Houston taking on Golden State. 3:30 Eastern tip-off in the Bay Area. Golden State opened the betting as the 6.5-point favorite. Total at 226.5. And since those markets opened this one up, we're actually seeing pretty steady, consistent action on Houston. Steady fade of Golden State in the early going here. We're also seeing movement toward the under when it comes to the number there. We're looking at -5.5 and 224 and a hook. So once again, the Warriors open 6.5 down to -5.5. Total open 226.5 down to 224 and a hook. 61% of the consensus is leaning toward Houston. 63% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Rockets are plus 215 on the money line. Now, if you like the Rockets in this spot here, they are taking on a Golden State team who's 10-3 straight up in their last 13. They're 6-2 straight up in their last 8 at home. They're second in scoring in the NBA, and they're actually averaging 119 points per contest on their home court. Just absolutely phenomenal out of the Warriors. Now, offensively, Golden State is shooting 49.2% from the field. That's going to put them at first in the NBA. And their offense is shooting 39% from 3 land. That puts them at second in the association. Now, Houston on the other side, they've been very good as of late, but they're still covering just 41% of their games on the road. They're also 28th in offensive rebounding and 23rd in road offensive field goal percentage. And when it comes to the scoring, Golden State's 5-2 to the over in their last 7, 70% to the over in their games that tipped off at the current posted total. So I am going to lean toward the Warriors in this matchup here. I'm also going to purchase the 0.5 point, slide it down, and take Golden State -5 in the over 224.5 in that matchup there. All right, let's go ahead and slide into some NHL Stanley Cup playoff action, beginning with Carolina at the New York Islanders. Now, I don't know if they're playing at the I forgot to look if they're playing at the Barclays or the Nassau Coliseum. I think they're at the Barclays today. Let me know in the comments section below. But anyway, that is a 3 o'clock Eastern puck drop at the Islanders. Now, New York opened the betting as the $1.35 favorite despite being down in the series 1-0. Total open 5.5. Now, we are seeing movement on both the money line and the total. We're seeing we're seeing a nickel move toward the Islanders. So they are taking money. They are being backed right now. We did see movement toward the under, down to 5 flat. So once again, New York opened $1.35 up to -140. Total open 5.5 down to 5 flat. 57% are leaning Islanders, 62% shaded toward the under. Right now, Carolina's plus $1.25 on the money line. Islanders plus 205 laying the 1.5. We have Peter Mrazek for the Hurricanes, Robbie Lehner for the Islanders. Now, if you like the Islanders in this spot here, I really can't blame you. Despite being down 1-0, they're allowing just 2.3 goals per contest. That's first in the NHL. They are 6-1 straight up in their last 7, and they're winning 71% of their games as the official home favorite. A couple more things to note about the Islanders. They're second in home goals allowed, and they're winning 70% of their games played at the current market price. Now, on the other side, Carolina's winning just 44% of their games as the official road underdog. They're also winning a measly 37% of their games that were played at the current market price themselves. Their offense is averaging just 2.7 goals per contest away from home. When it comes to the total, Carolina is 4-1 to the under, taking on the Islanders. Give me New York minus 140 and the under 5 goals in that game there. All right, next and final game for our NHL slate. It is going to be Colorado, San Jose, 7:30 Eastern puck drop at the Sharks. San Jose opened $1.45, total 6.5. Now we are seeing a nickel fade of San Jose when it comes to the money line. We're also seeing movement downward on the total as well, down to an even 6 goals. So once again, San Jose opened 145 down to minus 140. Total open 6.5 down to 6 flat. 53% are leaning San Jose. 61% shaded toward the over. Right now, Colorado's plus $1.25 on the money line. San Jose plus $1.80 on the puck line. We have Grubauer for the Avalanche, Jones for the Sharks. Once again, San Jose leads this series 1-0. Now the Sharks are on a 4-game winning streak. They're also 7-2-1 in their last 10, taking on Colorado if you're into historical trends. San Jose is second in scoring in the NHL. They're also second in home shots allowed. So really their opponents not having a whole lot of scoring opportunities going up against San Jose. Now on the other side, Colorado's really struggled with the Sharks this year. They're 0-4 in their 4 head-to-head matchups with San Jose. They're also winning just 40% of their games as the official road underdog. And they're winning a measly 31% of their games played at the current market price. Now, total-wise, San Jose is 7-2 to the over in their last 9. So with all that said and done, I'm going to go very chalky here. Give me San Jose minus 140 and the over 6 goals in that matchup there. All right, we're going to slide into some MLB action. Nice full slate for us here today. So let's go ahead and begin with Miami taking on the Phillies. 1:05 Eastern first pitch in South Philly. The Fightin' Phils opened as the $1.80 favorite, total at 8.5. And since those markets opened this one up, we're seeing a 10-cent fade of the Phils and movement downward on the total, 170 and 8 flat. So once again, Philadelphia opened $1.80 down to minus 170. Total open 8.5 down to 8 flat. 72% are leaning Philadelphia. 71% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Marlins are plus 150 on the money line. We have Lopez for the Fish, Eflin for the Phils. Lopez is 2-3 with a 4.44 ERA for Miami. Eflin is 2-3 with a 4.15 ERA for Philadelphia. Now the Phillies are 3-1 in their last 4. They're first in walks at home, so really doing a great job getting men on base at Citizens Bank Park, driving in those runs, manufacturing those runs. They actually put up 12 last night. Now total-wise, Miami is 5-1 to the under in their last 6. So although Philadelphia does do a good job scoring, I do think this one's going to stay under. Therefore, I do not want to lay the 1.5. So I'm going to lean Philadelphia Phillies minus 170 and the under 8 runs in that matchup there. Next game, it is going to be Rays Red Sox. That's going to be a good one. 1:05 Eastern first pitch in Boston at Fenway. The Green Monster. Boston opened 140 total at 8. 10-cent move toward the Red Sox and movement downward on the total, 150 and 7.5. Once again, Boston opened $1.40 up to minus 150. Total open at 8 down to 7.5. 56% of the consensus is leaning toward the Rays. 62% of the consensus is shaded toward the under. Right now, Tampa Bay is plus 130 on the money line. Boston plus $1.35 on the run line. We have Glasnow for Tampa Bay. Chris Sale for the Red Sox. Glasnow's 4-0 with a 1.53 ERA. Chris Sale, completely opposite side, 0-4 with a 7.43 ERA. Tampa Bay's first in runs allowed. They're 3-1 in their last 4. Boston 16-11 to the over for the year. Give me the Tampa Bay Rays plus 1.5 and the over 7.5 in that game there. Next matchup, Athletics Blue Jays 1:07 Toronto. Oakland's minus $1.10, totals 9. 57% are on Oakland, 71% shaded toward the over. I like Oakland minus $1.10, and I'm going to fade the public and take the under. 9 runs in that matchup there. Next game, Brewers Mets 1:10 Eastern first pitch in Flushing, Queens. The Mets open $1.25.